Andrea. Yes, my name's Barb, and I have the company BLITZ Business Success. And my job is to help entrepreneurs like you see your business in a bigger way, so that you can see bigger opportunities, you can do bigger things, and you can create a bigger business with less time and more money. That's my goal. And if I'm working with a client and I can't do that for them, I give them their money back. There's a guarantee. I don't want to work with you if I can't help you. So I love to work with entrepreneurs, and I'm so dedicated to be here today because I love this room. I love you because you're all entrepreneurs. I love entrepreneurs. You guys think differently. You take risks. You build something from nothing, and you take this little nothing with an idea and you go, I'm going to create a product. I'm going to create a whole business around this product. I'm going to hire people. I'm going to bring money into the local economy, and I'm going to help our local economy grow and our country grow, and we're going to do trade in other countries. I mean, there are so many different ways to do business, and there's several people doing the same business differently. And I love the way that thought process happens. So I was so dedicated to be here that 2 weeks ago I found out I had to be in New York City yesterday. And to be here, I made sure that I got a plane out last night at 10 o'clock. And at 11 o'clock, I was still sitting on the tarmac in LaGuardia. So I'm here for you. I love you guys. I love the way you think. And I look forward to hearing your stories about entrepreneurship. So that's a little bit about me. So today we're going to talk about four different items within this talk. We're going to talk about making more money off your products, adding to your offers, charge for what you already are doing, and having more clients to sell to, or serving more clients. And this is a piece of a larger program that I do called Finding the Hidden Money in Your Business. I'll be holding this on August the 14th this summer. And I have a guest flying in from Calgary. And she is a master influencer, and she's going to teach you guys how to be master influencers. So you're going to want to be there. But back to today. So let's talk about making more money. There's only 3 ways to make more money. You can work more hours, you can charge more, or you can leverage your time. So we're going to find those 4 items, and we're going to find them in these 3 categories. So we want to work more hours, right? No one wants to work more hours, and if you argue with me on this, I have something really heavy in my purse. I'm going to come and hit you. Because there's no way you want to work more hours. We want to work the same or less hours. We want to make more money at it, right? So we're not even going to go here. There's no way we're going to work more hours. If you want some information, how to start making the difference on this, leverage your time, offload your work, outsource or hire, create systems to streamline what you do, and think about whether you're working efficiently and effectively at what you do. But I don't want to go into a lot because that's not what we're talking about today. So charge more. So there's 2 parts to the charge more. One here is free does not equal valued. So if you're giving something for free, chances are people aren't thinking of it as value. There's no value to them because they haven't had to put anything into it to get something out. And we value something that we've had to give a little bit to, right? If we've had to stretch a little bit to be there, then we feel that there is value in it. I know for Donna's program, there's a monetary value, but there's also 10-month commitment. And if you don't go, then you don't get the certificate at the end, and there's no value to you. You don't get those connections. Your business doesn't grow. So there's value in the fact that she charges for it and she has a requirement to be there. So what are you always doing, what are you already doing that you could charge for? And this is one of the places you can find money in your business. So I have a story. One of my clients, she's from one of my 2-day programs, and in a 1-hour strategy session, we discovered that one of the things that she was doing for free was she was offering resume writing. And because her clients needed this, it was an important part of what they do, and the resume writing was a free part of what they did. But I know for a fact, because I've been a writer for a lot of years. I've been a writer in technical writing, I do business development and strategy writing, and I do resume writing, and I know darn well people pay for it. The minimum they pay is about $400, and I know for executive writing, $1,500. I know someone who charges $1,500 to $2,000 for an executive resume writing product. So if, and this person has both types of clients. So if you can make $400 on the low end and potentially $1,500 to $2,000 on the high end for executive packages, resume writing packages, then that's what you should be looking at in your business. And it was a huge eye-opener that this is something that, that is actually being paid for, because they didn't know that it was actually value to your customer. So are you doing something that's valued? Do your customers want it? Are your clients saying that they really want that? There's probably value in it. Then so you should be looking at what you can charge for that. The second part of charge more is price. High price equals higher value. That doesn't mean if you charge more, it's going to be perceived as being more valuable. It means that if you charge more, there has to be more valuable. It has to be, you have to let people know what the value is in it. And there's one easy way to do this is to add something to your product. So if you have a product line, you might want to add a little extra service to it to make it a higher program or a higher paying program, and you can add a little value to that. And sometimes what you're adding to it doesn't take much of your extra time. So if the trade-off is that you're not putting as much into it, maybe it's something you've already developed in the past and you can add it to each of your products or services, then you've just increased the value of what you sell by not having to increase the amount of time that you've done it, because you've already developed that in the past. So to increase your prices, add value to your products. So list all the things that you do for your clients. So this is how you can start with those two parts that we already looked at. Evaluate what your costs are in your resources and your time and your money for each item. And then just make sure that at the very least, if you're selling something for free, that somehow you are getting paid for the time that you're putting into it, so that your resources are covered. Because sometimes we think, oh, this is a really nice add-in, and we haven't even done the math on it. And if you don't do the math on it, you don't know what you're putting into it, then you have no idea whether or not if you're losing money. Do you want to lose money? Who here wants to lose money? We want to work more and lose money, right? My purse is really heavy, so don't put your hand up. So are you charging enough, right? And the third part, so the third category where these 4 items fall in, is to leverage your time. So you can charge for what you're already doing, or you can serve more clients. Wow, that was really dark. Can you read that? Do you ever repeat the same process for several different clients? So if you have a process in place that you're doing over and over again, then that process could probably be a product. And let me give you an example. I have a client, a coaching client, and he has a computer network installation for a home small business. So he goes to people's homes and does their backups and sets up their antivirus and makes sure that their computers are running properly, and shows up when things break down and whatnot. But one thing that not everybody wants to pay for that. Small business owners we're notorious for being able to do everything ourselves, right? Particularly if we're new to our business. So how does he capture that market of people that don't necessarily want to pay to have someone come in when things are working well? That knows that they have more time than they have money right now, and they want to do it themselves. Well, he creates a product out of the steps that he already has in place, which is, here's the antivirus software that I download and it's free. And this is these are the steps that you're going to do to put it into place. And I'll talk to you about in a minute when we get to the prosperity pyramid, because the prosperity pyramid is a tool that I use, a selling tool that helps you remember what these products, how you can use these products in your business. So here he's got this sheet basically that he can sell, that tells people, or a process that he can sell, or something that he can sell that helps people really easily with the steps to implement for themselves. Now he's got a potential client in the future when they're ready or when something happens, right? So what if you are closing 95% of sales instead of 20 to 30%? And what if everyone that you are talking to is already considered a client? This is where the prosperity mindset comes in. So this pyramid is a tool to help you think differently about the way you do your sales. We know that it's easier to sell to a client or someone that knows, likes, and trusts us and is already following with us, or a past client, than it is to get a new client. We agree with that? So in traditional sales funnel, you have the funnel, it's wider at the top, it's small at the bottom, and above the funnel is all your leads, and into your funnel comes your prospects. Your prospects are people that you decided fit into your business focus, so your target market, right? You know them by demographic, psychographic, whatever it might be, but they're not clients. They may not even have heard of you yet, but they're in your funnel because you've decided that they need you. And you work on them, you do all your marketing touches, and maybe you get a chance to do a presentation in front of them, and out the bottom you get your client. The difference with the prosperity pyramid is the pyramid is wider at the bottom and narrower at the top. So at the bottom what you have is a base, a sturdy base that supports all your clients all the way up, and everyone in the pyramid is your client. And at the bottom of the pyramid is the clients that have paid the least or nothing for what you have to offer. So that sheet I talked about, he sells that in exchange for an email address. And what's happened is this person's gone, yes, I'm interested, I want to hear what you have to say, you have something of value for me. And they traded their email address and their name for the opportunity to get that valuable piece of information that helps them set up their antivirus so that their computers don't go down, so they don't hopefully ever have to pay for him. But that trust is now being built, and they're already part of, they're a client because they have done that. And so you set them up so that you follow all the rules for privacy and make sure that you give them an option to opt out. So when they're finished listening to you, they can go away. When they love you because you love them, they're going to continue to follow you. They're going to continue to want to be a part of what you have to say because you have information that they need and they already decided they liked you. So the idea here is that you can see at the bottom, it's 0 or very little, that you are not spending any time on this, that you've got it set up, it's automated, it's going out, you don't have to worry about whether or not, you're going to take manual time to hand out sheets and stuff like that. Maybe you take it to a meeting like this, but if someone wants it, they can go and get it easily. And the product itself has free but high value to your clients. So as you move up the pyramid, what you have is less potential clients, a little more cost to a product, and a little more of your time. So this might be something that requires a group of people, that you can stand in front of a group of people and maybe do some talking, or some presentations or speaking, or maybe you're helping a variety of people at the same time. You're going into a company. And the farther up the pyramid, you can see what happens is they're paying more for it, and you're paying more for it in your time, and you have less potential clients. Not because there's less people that love you, but there's less people that need the bigger products that you have. And by the time you get to the top, you're almost doing one-to-one. So when you are spending, you are your most valuable commodity, and I hate to say the commodity word, but you are the most valuable thing in your business. And you have to remember that. So if you are not valuing yourself and your time as being the most valuable, like, I am precious. If you want my time, it's worth a lot, not just to me, but it's worth a lot to you. And you have to feel the same way. Your time is so valuable that it's not just valuable to you, it's valuable to me. So when you get to the top, it's a lot of your time. It costs a lot more. People need to be paying more for your time. So the mindset is that if you're giving your time, that your time is worth a lot more. So that's the 4 points there. Making more money off of the products, adding to your offers, charge for what you already are doing, and having more clients to sell to. So this is a small piece of several other points that I put into the Finding Your Hidden Money that we're doing in August 14th. And the information on that is in my e-zine. If you don't get my e-zine, come and see me afterwards. So thank you very much for today. I really appreciate you coming and letting me share with you, and I can't wait to hear your entrepreneurial stories.